This has been fun. We're learning a lot here. Let me go back to the meeting here. Okay, so hopefully Carmen will be able to get back on. What was I saying? Don't lose the thought. What was I saying? I hate it when I lose the thought.
Well, because the smart stuff is for a reason.
This whole
You
time.
got to be careful of all of this stuff because exactly, I mean, they're just getting a hold of all of our personal stuff. They're controlling us. That's what they're doing. They're controlling us. Okay. So we just got to be careful. When I was in Virginia for 2 years, you know, getting my higher degrees and stuff. Okay. I saw where not Verizon. Was it Verizon? Yeah, it was Verizon, because on the East Coast, Verizon is the one who has the cable service out there. Okay, Verizon does. Verizon was going to court, asking the court if they could put cameras in their cable boxes that are in people's homes. Okay. Yes, they wanted to do that. Why? Because they want to monitor people. Luckily, the courts said no. But just imagine them putting cameras, any of these cable service putting cameras in their cable modems that are in our houses. They're monitoring. That's why, like with the home security systems, ADT and AT&T, I have a girlfriend whose stepmother works for ADT. She said all they do is sit there all day and watch and look at people's houses on the inside. Okay, you know, just looking at all kinds of stuff. Why would you? Remember I told you, they're trying to get us to choose privacy or security. Which one do you want? Okay. If you say security and you let them put all these cameras inside your house, they're monitoring you. They're watching you, everything you do. Okay. Don't fall for the trick. Don't fall for it.
Wow. Amazing. So we do have to learn how to read and comprehend.
Yes.
And is there a specific signature that is safe for us to sign? Or we just have to line stuff out that we don't want to agree to and then initial it?
We have to line out what we don't agree to. Now, for the terms and conditions, it's hard because that's something that they either tell us we either accept it or we don't. Okay. And if we don't accept it, then we don't get to use their service.
Right.
So, you know, that one there is a hard one, you know. So either you accept it and you get to use their service, or if you don't accept it, then you got to go find service somewhere else. Yeah. So it makes it, you know, it makes it a hard choice, you know, it really does, for all the stuff that they're trying to do. Oh, let me give you this one site too that I want you to start researching on, okay? That you can do now. And this has to do with like the coronavirus, the monkeypox, and all this pandemic that they're trying to do. Because when I was getting my degrees, okay, I'm gonna tell you, I had a class on business because I have an MBA. Okay. So one of the classes was teaching us about the economy. And in the economy, they told us that every so often that the countries will create a pandemic. And the reason why they create a pandemic is to depopulate the population. Because when the population gets too high, we're using up all the natural resources. Okay. So that's just like the Black Plague. That didn't just affect the US, that affected all the countries. Just like with the coronavirus, it affected all the countries. But what they lied about, though, is that it wasn't as bad as what they said. You know, like I told you, I used to work in a hospital too for 10 years. The coronavirus is nothing but a virus that over your first 3 to 5 days is when the virus is contagious, just like a cold. And then after 14 days, it's gone out of your system. We all know that, right? And that's all it is. The only time the coronavirus will really affect you more is if you have underlying, underlying
Pre-existing conditions.
preconditions. Yeah, there it is. Exactly. Exactly. Pre-existing
Diabetes.
conditions.
Yeah.
Correct. Right. Now, pay attention though. Listen to this. Before the coronavirus hit and it made such a big pandemic, what were they doing here in the United States? They were basically talking about the Social Security was getting ready to run out of money for paying the elderly people, right? So when the pandemic hit, who were the first people who they wanted to get the vaccine?
Well, they were saying the
people that were
minorities.
60 and over.
They were saying the minorities, and then they were saying the elderly, and then they said the first responders too.
Right.
Sure.
But you also remember a lot of nurses got fired because they wasn't taking that vaccine. I wouldn't take it either. Okay. It was full of crap. It was a bunch of crap. Okay.
Right.
Now, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to tell you where to go look. There is a website called JSTOR, JSTOR. Okay. The reason why a lot of people don't know it is because people who go for higher education, we use that site in order to gather information and documentation from when we have to write our papers, our thesis papers and stuff.
Right.
Okay. Now, you can type anything in there and information will come up. What it is that it's a site where PhDs, MBAs, physicists, anybody who was studying anything is on that site. You will see all their documentation, their experiments, and everything else on what they've been doing. If you type in coronavirus, you will see that the coronavirus has been around since 1984. Okay. It was here in the United States and the state of New York. So if it was so bad, why did it wait till now? Well, that's because they was mucking with it. Okay, that's why. So they could have it do what it did. Now, so if you go in there and type in monkeypox, you will find out that monkeypox has been around since 2017. So go to that site, type in whatever you want to research, and you'll see all kind of papers from people that are doing the research on all of this stuff and how long they've been working on all this stuff. So then you'll get a chance to see the lies, okay, that the government, is telling everybody, okay, about all of this stuff. And because see, they're making everybody think that this stuff is just now happening. It hasn't. This stuff has been around a long time. Search Ebola, search all of that stuff. And what happens is that the government and these countries be mucking with this stuff to make it to the point. They're creating a lot of this stuff. They are, because they're trying to depopulate the population.
When I was at the university and I remember doing mine on flat earth because I was trying to look up the difference between the globe versus flat earth theory. And I found out that the Arizona professor, he's a Luciferian, and he was using his document said something about air, sea, and land. So I went ahead and used air, sea, and land as my thesis for the three distinct, separate, exclusive properties that, earth, sea, and water, that they are. And then I used the Bible stuff on there too. And then I went ahead and on Haya Shalom, I put some videos on there. But I read his background, and he said he's a Luciferian. So he was going to be teaching, false things,
Yeah.
But I went ahead and turned it around on them, and they got mad. Look, I use your guy. It's his documentation, three separate exclusive properties. Hello. They got so mad at me.
Right.
I don't know how much more time we have on this show. Let me see. 24 minutes. I don't know where's the time thing, but
Well,
if we get cut
yeah,
off,
so we got to get you, we got to get you to, we got to get you to go to that site
yeah, we
so you can look up your deeds. We got to get
oh, you
you,
mean JSTOR, or are you
huh?
talking about the Ventura, the county? You're talking about the county recorder.
Yeah, I'm talking about the county. Yeah, but
Oh, okay.
go to JSTOR and just type in there and just look up anything you want. Okay. Because see, only us know about these sites and stuff. Because if everybody else knew about it, then they would start restricting it. Okay. So yeah, that's
I
why
thought it was restricted
everybody's not
to
supposed to know
general
about these.
public. I thought we had to
No,
have
it's not
a
restricted.
password. Oh, okay, cool. That's good to know. Well, I am gonna go
Well,
ahead.
we had to register and stuff, when we
Yeah. Yeah, we did. I had to register to get into it using my
right,
university email.
exactly. Yep. Mhm.
But do you
Yep, I
think,
did too. I did too.
but do you
But see,
think,
no, right now you can just go ahead, type in JSTOR, and it'll take you to the site, and you can go ahead and search. Because I do it now.
okay, cool. I mean, I still have my university email.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but no, you don't have to have that. Just go ahead, just type in JSTOR, and then just go to the search box and just type in there whatever you want. That's how I found out about the coronavirus. Okay. Yeah. And about monkeypox. Okay. So
Mhm.
yeah.
And about flat earth.
Yeah.
Arizona professor.
But it's nice to see. Yeah. But it's nice to see all the research, you know what I mean? And how some people, build upon it, and how some of them, it's good to just read the research just to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And then to see the lies that we're being told, okay?
Yeah, and
See the
I'm thankful
lies.
for Wikipedia, or not Wikipedia, excuse me, WikiLeaks, because I actually have a couple of videos of the
Yeah.
fake moon landing. I literally have that, and that's what my focus on was, sociology and media manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
I got my
Oh,
bachelor's
okay.
in studio art, and
Ah.
I studied media manipulation. How
Mm-hmm.
do they do marketing on the people with propaganda? And I have a video that
Right.
is on
Mm-hmm.
my TikTok of Buzz Aldrin, and he's saying, "No, we didn't go to the moon. It was cartoons. It was animation. You guys heard me say we're turning to
Mm-hmm.
the left and we're turning to the right and we're landing right here. You heard me say that. You saw a picture, but that was animation.
Right.
It wasn't, I don't know that it necessarily was a cartoon
Mm-hmm.
or anything like that. I think that they did film. I don't know if he's mixing the term, because I took animation.
Right.
Animation is drawing and, cartoons.
Okay.
But it was film.
Uh-huh.
It was media manipulation using film. So they were in the Nevada desert,
Yeah.
and then just focusing their stuff on there. But they fooled everybody. Everybody
Right.
thinks that we landed on the moon because it's a light. The Bible says it's a light.
See,
Can't
they
miss
do it all the
anything.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When people start
See, they
having
do it all the time. See, that's why we got to be careful.
the veil, apocalypto, the lifting of the veil, that's what apocalypto means in the Greek, is the lifting of the veil. When we all get our eyes open, then we will,
Right.
in a, what's it called? In a twinkling of an eye, we will rise
Right.
up.
Twinkling of an eye. Yep.
We will come up,
Mm-hmm.
meaning come up here in our understanding. We are going to have revelation and understanding to go, oh my gosh, those are the people, that little guy, that little weasel guy, that's the one that was oppressing us. Yeah.
Right. Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you
So,
so much for
yeah,
being
that's all it
here.
is, We're just,
I want to thank you for
sure.
coming here and meeting with me. And I'm hoping to get a hold of you maybe tomorrow or some other time soon, so I can figure out how to
Yeah.
do my
Yeah.
situation. But thank you for the information. And
Yeah. Because we gotta get your,
yeah,
because we got to get those deeds, girl, so that way we can see the start and who all the lenders are, who those deeds was assigned to. Because there's a couple of them, girl. There's a couple more banks, okay. I think it was World Bank, or there was
Yeah,
some other
World
girl, there was some other
Savings.
banks that your loan got assigned to.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yep. There's a couple other banks that it got assigned to, and those are the ones that we gotta go back and look at. But we have to go back to the first lender, and we have to get their EIN number, and that's where we have to find out. Who go to IRS and find out if they're the ones who filed that 1099-A. Also, you can find out if there's a bond also on your house too, because bonds have to be created for houses as well. And what I was reading is that you have to get your recorded document, because the number that's on there is the number that they used to create the bond with.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is the same as in court situations. They create bonds there too. When people,
Yes, they do.
get
Yes, they do.
arrested and stuff. How can people tap
Right.
into
Yep.
that stuff? How can people tap into that?
Now there's a one video. I probably need to send you that one. It's a 3-hour video. It's a 3-hour video, but I watched the whole thing. And this one lady shows how she created a Treasury Direct account, and she had to go to court for different things. And she used her Treasury Direct account and did 1099s for her bonds. Sure did. And they paid them. Sure did. And this other guy who comes on, he said, yeah, that's good. He said, but they're still missing another process, another form. See, this is what I'm saying. Not everybody is telling you, you know what I mean? Everything.
Is it the 8281s?
I'm trying to find out on.
And the 1099 OID
Yes,
is the
yes,
original
yes.
issue account? Yeah, because you got to do
Right.
1099 OID, and then the 8281s, I think you got to do 2 of those or something.
Right, you got to do the 10, and you got to do the 10, and you got to do the 1096. There's another, that's another form. See, there's quite a bit of forms.
I got the cover sheet.
And then when you're doing a house, yeah, and when you're doing a house, you have to register with the SEC and with REMIC.
The SEC and REMIC.
Yep. Now with SEC, yep. Now when you register with SEC, you do not have to be licensed if you fit into the there's a grandfather type of clause. That's why my loan broker business fits right into it, because I don't do this as a full-time business making a whole lot of money. So that way I can go ahead and register whatever houses I help people with on REMIC and with the SEC.
Oh, does this have to be a business that registers with the SEC and the REMIC? Those are businesses, right? What if it's a trust?
Business.
How about if you have a trust?
That we'll have to look that one up and see.
Okay.
If they allow a trust.
Because if it's a business trust, I mean, what about the Melinda and Bill Gates, foundation? That's a trust. The foundation, right? That's probably how they get a lot of.
Yeah, they do have it right. They have a trust set up.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Yeah. Well, there's specific. Yeah.
I don't
see the stuff that I'm going to send you. It talks about trusts and stuff too. So yeah.
Well, we will meet again.
And it talks about your investment property. Yes, we will. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I just want to thank you for being here.
This is a lot. This is a.
Yeah.
This is a lot of stuff. This is a lot of stuff to read and go through, and we could be like the Jarretts, but we could be better and doing it right.
Well, I'll definitely be posting the video that you sent me on these videos, and I'll be sending this over to them too, just so they don't get in trouble, and help everybody here.
Yeah.
We don't want our brothers and sisters to get into trouble.
Yeah, because they need to know, because
Yeah.
Right. Because if they're trying to do it as a trustee, they need to go read the trustee law and see that they have to create a trust with whoever the beneficiary is, making them the trustee. Because see, that's part of the documentation that they would need to send up to, okay, to the Federal Reserve. Because you got to show documentation. It tells you in the tax code, in the US code. When you send in 1099As and all those documents, you got to have documentation to
Of
send
there
with
being
it.
an existing trust ahead of time. Right.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Now, if they don't want to do it as a trust, they can do it just with their regular real estate business. They can. Okay. But basically, for the 1099, if you read the 1099 instructions, it basically talks about loan brokers or businesses that are in the businesses of lending.
Mm.
So so you gotta read all this stuff. It's a lot.
Yeah, and you had mentioned that we, the living people, are we the ones that can do the cancellation of debt for those people?
Right.
Who do the trusteeship? Is that what you said?
What they did is that they did, because remember the straw man. The straw man is our social security number with all caps, with our
Yeah.
name in all caps. So
Right.
they're showing how, because we are that person, it's just that all caps is the straw man. They're showing how we can go ahead and cancel the debt for our straw man.
Oh, okay. 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 But if
But
let's
in the instructions, he specifically tells how to exactly do it.
yeah, because like if the Jarretts are being a trustee, their business is going to be getting the money from the Federal Reserve. They're going to be getting a 1099 issued to them to pay for the taxes.
Correct.
And we
That's right.
cancel out.
That's right.
Can we cancel out their taxes? With the
No, we can't cancel that out because remember, that went to the Federal Reserve, which then goes to IRS. That's why IRS is going to be sending them a 1099 looking for that tax on that money that they receive.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
see, they didn't know that part. See, they didn't know that if they submitted a 1099 to the Federal Reserve, the Federal Reserve is giving the money to who? To them. They're giving the money to them. So they have to count that money as income. That is income. They are a business. That is income money to their business.
and it's got to be
and then they're providing
700,000 and not $1 million because of Trump's thing, right? Because Trump put that
right. And with the interest that has to be charged.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Good to know. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. We have 2 minutes left, and I'm going to go ahead and end this only because I don't want to get cut off again.
Okay.
We cut off twice now, but this is really good.
Okay, sure, no problem. And then I'm going to, okay, and then I'll text you probably tomorrow the tax code that's gonna go through all of that, so you will see it with the 750,000, the million, and all that other good stuff. I'm gonna send that to you.
Thank you, my dear. I just really appreciate you
Sure.
and your expertise, and thank you for being here. You get some good sleep now tonight. Okay?
Oh, okay, you too. Thank you for getting the information out.
Yes, well, we gotta help each other. We're all connected.
Exactly. Yes, we
Helping
do.
ourselves and helping
Yes.
others. That's what it's all about. All right.
Exactly. That's right.
Thank you so much.
All right. God bless you. And you have a nice evening. Okay.
I will.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.